Hi there, my name's Jamie. For those of you that don't know, that second part is pronounced Jeebs. It's not my last name. My last name is Jeebri, and my husband goes by Jeebs. That's the name of his YouTube channel. So keeping it all in the family. Tonight we are going on a date. It has been a long time since we've had a date night. If you've been following my story at all, you know that it's been kind of a crazy year. For everyone, it's been a crazy year with the pandemic still going on and all of that, but on top of that we've had some fertility issues, a miscarriage, so the last couple of weeks have been just trying to get back to normal. So we're almost there. It's been kind of busy, you know, being October. Both of our birthdays are this month, and then we go right into the holidays and things kind of just take off, and you never know which way is up. It just gets so busy. So we're taking some time for just the two of us before everything gets really crazy and going on a date night. I wanted to do my date night makeup look. This is all clean beauty for the most part, and I'll talk about the different items as I'm using them. Some of the items aren't fully clean, they're just a bit cleaner, or I'm still using them up until they're out. I'll replace them with clean products. Follow my Instagram for more information on what clean beauty is, why it's important, and how to find the best clean products. I've already done my morning skincare. I didn't really do it in the morning, I did it in the afternoon, but I prepped my skin with some vitamin C serum, moisturizer, eye cream, SPF. I just posted about that on Instagram, so if you want to know more about those products, go check it out. So the first product I'm going to use is the Revlon Photo Ready Prime Plus. It's just like a simple primer. There's nothing fancy about it. It holds my makeup on well, but it's not like gripping, it's not silicone-y, it's just moisturizing and ever so slightly smoothing. So it says it's a smoothing primer, but it's not the typical like slippery silicone-y primers. It's a bit more hydrating than that. So I feel like it like plumps my skin up really nicely while also still filling in my pores just a little bit, and it does add staying power to my makeup. I'm gonna go in with the ColourPop Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic Acid Tinted Moisturizer. This is a really lightweight tinted moisturizer. I'd say it has light to medium coverage. Keep that in mind when picking out your shade. It does oxidize a little bit. It's a fairly close match, and I just will take it down my neck so that it blends in better, and then I don't think it really is that noticeable once you put bronzer on and everything, as long as you take it down the neck. I am really enjoying tinted moisturizers because they're so skin-like. You don't have to worry about them sitting on top of your skin or looking cakey. I mean, with some, you have to be careful with what you pick and you have to test it out, make sure that it fits your skin type. But I like that it looks like my skin, but just evened out. I have always preferred using a brush over a sponge. I think I just don't like the feeling of a wet sponge all over my face, and I don't like that it shears out I feel like I'm wasting the product. So I prefer to use a brush, and I put it directly on my skin as opposed to pumping it into the brush. I put it on my skin so that then I'm just moving it around my skin. And then to avoid any kind of streaks, start with just the tiniest amount, blend that out, and if you need to add more, most products you can layer them and there's no issue. So start with a little bit and kind of stipple it as opposed to just dragging it. That's when you'll get any sort of streaks. For concealer, I'm going with the Nude Sticks Cream Concealer. This is in shade Nude 3. In case you're wondering, the ColourPop Tinted Moisturizer I have in the shade Light 7W. So with concealer, I just do the tiniest amount to start with, because if it's not covering what I need to, I can go in with a little bit more and layer it up to cover those dark circles. But I find that if I use less to begin with, then it doesn't go into the fine lines quite as bad. And I like doing just the 2 dots as opposed to doing a full swipe, because the less product you have, especially in this area, the less crepey it's gonna look. So I'll just blend that basically in one spot, drag it just a little bit under the eye and down the nose, but then the most concentrated will be where I need the most coverage. And I'm also going to use concealer on the lid to even out the skin tone there and put down a nice base for the eyeshadow. For highlighter, I'm going to do highlighter next because I'm using a liquid highlighter. This is the iconic London Illuminator. It's their liquid highlighting drops. I'm going to use this before I go in with any powders just so I can blend it out better. Just taking the tiniest amount. Going to just get it on the highest points of my cheekbones. I like this product because it's really natural looking, and I like putting this on before blush, bronzer, because then when I'm applying the blush and bronzer, it's helping to blend it in more and make it look more like it's just like my skin that's glowing. Oh, that's so pretty. I don't find that this takes off any of the foundation underneath, just adds a nice healthy glow. Any excess I'm gonna just put on my brow bone just to add a little bit of glow there, but it's hardly noticeable at this point because there's not much left on my fingers. Now I'm gonna go in with my Bare Minerals Bare Pro Performance Wear Powder Foundation. This is what I use to set my under eye and set my T-zone. So just using a small brush so I can be more precise with it, I will tap it on the parts that do get oily. And then under my eye, I tap out any of the excess concealer that has collected in the fine lines. It's really noticeable on top of my lid. And then I only apply the powder on the inside of my eye. I don't go all the way under because I'm dry under my eye, so I don't want it to look crepey or cakey. I just leave that part alone. I am going to contour just a little bit today. This is the Tarte Clay Play palette. I really, as you can see, have loved this palette. Really like this shade of contour from Tarte. It's called Desert, and I like that it's like a cooler shade, which is great for contouring. I start my contour up pretty high. I know in the past couple of months, really, the trend is to go a bit higher because it gives a more lifted look to the face. So I've been trying that out and I do like it. And again, just the tiniest amount because I am also going to bronze. I don't want to bring it down too far. Keep the cheekbones lifted. I will also take this and contour the jawline, hide that double chin, and I go up into my, like up the jawline into the ear as well, just so that my ear isn't like a different color than the entire rest of my face. I feel like this blends it all in really nicely and makes it look more natural. As natural as makeup can look. Same on this side. I know that you can get a lot more detailed and precise with contour, but I find that this is just simple. Like I don't have to think too hard about it. I'll take the same brush that I was using without adding any more product, and I pinch it so that it's skinny, and then I'll use that to do just a little bit of nose contour. It's hardly noticeable, and again, that's what I'm going for. Less is more. I like to use very tiny amounts of product, layer them up so that they look more natural. If you put so much on because you're like, I'm using makeup, I want to see my makeup, you're gonna see it even if it's just a little bit, but you don't want to overdo it. I've been there. I've done it. It happens. It's fun to play with makeup. I want to get it all on my face, but less is definitely more and will make it look more classy. And then I'll also take it under the bottom lip. It's supposed to make your lips look bigger. I don't really know, but it doesn't hurt, so I just do it. I'm gonna go into blush next. This is the Essence The Blush in the color Believing. This is a really pretty berry color. Anytime you have a brush that has some stuff on it, if you don't mind mixing it, go for it. I usually don't mind, but I want to show you guys the true color of this blush. So I'm gonna use this color switch. It actually works really great. You can buy them on Amazon, they're all over the place. I can link one below, but it's really nice just to be able to switch. Mostly eyeshadows are the best, because if you're switching between multiple colors in a palette or from day to day, you don't wanna have to clean your brush every time, you just use that. Dip into this, and same with the contour. I'm gonna keep it up fairly high, especially at the beginning. I want the most concentrated color to be up here for that lifting effect. And again, going right over the top of the highlighter because it helps to blend it in a little bit. And then with the blush, I do like the rosy cheeks. So while I did keep it concentrated back here, I'm going to bring it on my cheekbones a little bit. So that is the blush on, and it kind of doesn't look totally crazy, but you can tell that something's missing. So we're gonna warm up the face a little bit with my Bare Minerals bronzer. This is the Endless Summer Bronzer in Faux Tan. And I want to keep this really light because I already have the contour and the blush on. So just going to do a little bit just to warm the face up a tad. I prefer the sides of my neck to be a bit darker. I feel like it's slimming. I'm still getting used to like what to say on camera. Obviously I'm gonna talk about the products as I'm using them, but like, what do you guys wanna know? What do you wanna know about me? What do you wanna know about clean beauty? Ask any questions below or find me on Instagram and DM me. Whew. I'm in the hottest room in the house in a sweatshirt. I'm out in Arizona, so it's still toasty here. It cooled down last week a little bit, but this week it's back up to the 80s. It's brutal. It's brutal. It's October. I just want to wear sweaters. I'm gonna go ahead and go into the eye look now. I just got this palette from Jason Wu. What is it called? The name of the palette isn't on here, so I will put it in the description below. But I'm using my phone to film and I'm using my iPad to see what I'm filming. So I can't really look it up right now. Gonna need to bring my laptop up so I have a third piece of technology in here that I could use. But this is one of the matte palettes from Jason Wu. The top shades are very, very light. So the middle shade hardly shows up on my skin. So if you're much tanner or deeper skin tone than I am, it probably won't show up very well for you. It's a good transition shade, and that's how I'm going to use it, as just an all over lid shade to then be able to build and blend on top of. I'm going to dip into this shade here and put it all over the lid with a fluffy brush. It doesn't add really any pigment, just kind of evens it out a little bit. There's a warm tone and a neutral colorway in here so that you can do several different kinds of looks. And I love using matte shades, especially on a daily basis. If you just want to do something simple, that's why I have gotten so much love out of this palette and this color specifically, because I like to do just one shade all over the lid, into the crease, and that's it, I'm done. Or I'll use a slightly darker shade to just define the crease a little bit more. But I've been on the hunt for a great clean beauty option that is a great everyday neutrals palette. And if you're into mattes, then I think this is a really great option. This shade right here, it's a kind of a pinky mid-tone shade that I'm going to use in my crease. There is a lot of fallout on the pan with a few of these shades. They do get pretty dusty, but I don't get any fallout on my face, so I don't mind it. And I mean, these just blend so well. I'm gonna go in with a slightly smaller brush. So I'm gonna go in with this shade here just to deepen up the outer edge. And this is definitely a more warm toned look that I'm going for tonight. If you have hooded eyes like me, you probably have a hard time with the outer V. It's more like a C. And it helps if you start to connect the lower lash line. It helps you find that spot better. I like to use the last brushes without putting any more product on, just to blend it all together and get that elongated, lifted look on the outer corner. But holy moly, I've got to say, and maybe, you know, maybe I'm biased, or maybe I'm not seeing this. Maybe I think it looks better than it does, but I can't get over how easily these blend. Like I said, I just play with makeup for fun. I'm not a makeup artist. I've been known to mess up my friend's makeup before going out a couple times. Bless your heart, Jessica. But I can hold my own every now and then. But these are just really smooth. If you ever feel like it's getting patchy, get some on your brush and just tap it into the spots that feel kind of patchy, and then blend out from there. And I feel like that always helps me. And again, using the last one without adding any new product, just to blend that out. I'm gonna go in with this pinky neutral shade. Wow, this is hard. This pinky neutral shade here. Ooh, that is a really dusty one. Because I want to keep this a matte look, so I'm gonna use that on the lid instead of like a shimmer. And then go back in with the brushes that I've used for my dark shade and blending it all together. I'm gonna dip into the matte black, the dark brown here, and use that as an eyeliner. I'm not gonna spray it. I want to just kind of have a smudgy liner look, especially because I'm going to put the false lashes on. So you're not really going to see it. It's just going to make that lash line a bit darker and a bit fuller. When I do this, I be sure to tap it off so you don't get any fallout, and then I just kind of stamp it on my lower lash, on my upper lash. But see the difference, how it's just a little bit more full. I'm gonna take that same color and put it just on the outer edge of the lower lash. And then I'll take this just to blend it out. Honestly, I'm amazed that I don't have any fallout from that. Normally when I do that with a dark shade, I do, so very impressed with this. I'm not sponsored, clearly. So I just really like this eyeshadow palette, and I can see this becoming a new favorite one that I travel with because it's so compact, and you can do a bunch of different eye looks here with all the different colorways, but all neutral. This is a very, very neutral friendly palette. Right. I'm gonna do brows next, and where's my sleeve? I'm going to be using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz in taupe. This is by far my favorite. I'll keep trying other ones, but I just love the color on this one. So when I do my brows, to see that they're even, for some reason looking straight on I have a hard time telling if they are, so I'll tilt my head back in my mirror to see where they start. And I'll make sure that they're lined up this way, like height-wise and width-wise, and just make sure that I'm starting them in the same spots. I just love that this one you can do those light, feathery, hair-like strokes and make them look so natural. I've yet to find another pencil, especially a clean pencil, not saying clean or not clean, I've never found a pencil that compares to this, so it's hard for me to branch away from it, especially when this one's like mostly clean. Not bad. Now, can I match them is the question. I am a huge fan of the fluffy brow. Probably because someone let me pluck my eyebrows in middle school to non-existence, and the 2000s didn't help. So I'm glad that fluffy brows are in. I've had to work hard to get my brow hairs back, and by work hard I mean not pluck them. So I will occasionally, I literally don't pluck my brows. I will use those little, I use little Schick razors to dermaplane. Let me know if you want information on that. Leave a comment below if you want a video on some of the skincare tips that I use. But I will use that to shave below my eyebrow because plucking hurts. Shave it off. All right, I'm gonna call that mostly even. This one has a nicer arch, but you know. Now I'm gonna go in with the CoverGirl Lash Blast Clean Mascara. And this is filthy. The packaging gets filthy right off the bat. This is the waterproof. Wow, that is filthy. This is the waterproof version. I'm going to re-curl my lashes just a little bit. Someone forever ago, you can't even see the name on this anymore. Someone forever ago recommended the Shiseido lash curler, and I think that the shape of this fits my eye so well, and I've got lashes that go wonky out on the end here, so this gets all of them in there so that they curl up. I put mascara on my bottom lashes first so that when if you put mascara on your top lashes first and then you dip down to put it on your lower lashes, I always get it on my upper lid. So I put it on my bottom lashes first so that I don't screw up my eyeshadow. I like this mascara. I don't know if it's anything revolutionary, but it's definitely better than some of the other ones I've tried. So if you're looking for a clean option, especially a clean waterproof option, which is rare, I'd recommend trying this one out. Ooh, I will say, oh, my eyes are burning. You see that they're watering? I wonder if it's this, because it just started and it wasn't doing that a minute ago. But wow, yeah. And this is very strong smelling. Interesting. It's clean, so hopefully my eyes aren't gonna fall out. But I will test it out again and update on my Instagram stories if it does it again, if it happens to be this or if it's because the fan's on and I was just holding my eyes open. It's a strong possibility, but they did kind of burn a little bit, so I will keep you updated on that. Has anyone else tried this? And if you have, did it make your eyes burn? Let me know in the comments. All right. While I'm letting the mascara dry before I put on some falsies, I'm going to test out this NYX Filler Instinct lip gloss. This is a plumping lip polish that is clean. I wanted to give it a try because I don't think I've seen any other clean plumping lip glosses. This does have glitter in it, so kind of interested to see how that looks, but some, you know, metallic glittery lip glosses have been in lately. Ooh. It's definitely metallic, especially with my hair pulled back like this. I feel like I'm in the 90s. I think I had metallic lipstick in the 3rd grade. Doesn't have a scent to it, which makes sense because clean products aren't supposed to have fragrance in them. They could have some natural fragrances, but this one, they must have just left out any sort of fragrance. I don't know what I feel about this. What do you think? Is this the metallic lip gloss of your dreams? It's definitely tingly. We'll give it a few minutes and see if it plumps them up at all. I'd be interested to see if this came in any other colors that aren't so glittery. I don't hate the glitter. It's just definitely a look. I'm going to put on these Lily lashes. They're the Royalty lashes. For Lily lashes, these are very, very toned down. These are super, super natural, super lightweight, not super dramatic. How many times can I say super? And that's kind of what I look for in lashes, because I feel like heavier lashes really weigh my eyes down and then make me look sleepy or drunk when I'm not. These, you can hardly tell that there's even anything on there, but it's just gonna add some extra volume and some extra length just to be a little bit fancier, which for a date night, I think is perfect. If I were going to an event or just an event, if I were going to an event or a costume party, I guess, I would choose something a bit more dramatic. I will say this lash glue is not clean. This is like rated an 8 in the Healthy Living app, but I want to use it up. I am going to get one. I did look, and the House of Lashes lash glue, which I've used before and really like, that is clean. And the Tarte lash glue is also clean. So I have ordered some of that and we'll use that. This is on its last legs. It's getting kind of gummy and difficult to work with. So one thing I do like about this though is that it's not a brush, it's a paddle. And I think that's genius. I don't know why all lash glues aren't paddles. I think they should make them all paddles, not brushes. Brushes just don't make sense. Don't even get me started on tubes. I end up pouring that everywhere. Make it a mess. This is going to be a long ass video, so if you're with me for the whole thing, thank you. If you're still here, please like and subscribe. I'm just starting out, so all the support that I could get would be awesome. Let me know if you like what I'm doing. Let me know if you want to see something else. If you like it, send it to any friends that you think would like it. You know, clean beauty is for everyone, and I know that it's a relatively newer phenomena. Here I go, trying to put lashes on camera. Wish me luck. All right, not so bad. Ooh, not so good. Now I know why some YouTubers say, I'm gonna go off screen to put on my lashes. Because this takes a lot of memory on my phone. Got the lash on. Not the greatest, but not the worst. I'm having issues with my lash glue being too gloopy, so gonna get that new lash glue and let you know how it goes. One trick that I do to make your lashes look more seamless is just add a little bit of liner on the inner corner, and that helps to just hide the lash band from just abruptly appearing there. It looks like it's part of your eyeliner. But this is my look. I will say, I think I'm having an allergic reaction. Oh God. I will say this lip plumper, I don't know if you can see it. It is swelling my whole top lip. It is plumping though, so I am very gummy when I smile. My lip flips and when it's not like lined or dry because of like a matte lipstick, it will flip and my smile is really gummy like this. So it has plumped my lip because it's keeping my lip down, which some people will do Botox there or filler to, I think it's called a lip flip, so that it doesn't do that, so that your gums don't show. But apparently all you need is this lip plumping gloss. It's kind of intense. But, you know, I did want lip plumper. And now I am date ready. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below what product you like the best, if they're gonna try any of them out, if you have recommendations. I am open to it all. Want to be able to create a community where we can all talk about clean beauty, what we've tried, what we haven't, because it is still a fairly new area of makeup and it's still pretty small. So hoping to be able to help you guys find other options that aren't just solely labeled clean, but that are clean, hidden gems like this Essence blush. Not all of their products are clean, so you might not have known that they have quite a few products that are clean. Same with this NYX plumping lip polish. Not all NYX products are clean. They have a handful that are, so I want to be able to test out different items that are clean to let you know if they're worth your time. Thank you for sticking around. Appreciate you guys watching the video. Excited for my date night, and I will see you guys later. Bye.